we're just gonna skip that extended intro. I think it's already late enough for a lot of people out there, and we're just gonna just dive right into it, guys. So hold on, let me get the links updated real quick on something. It's just part of the whole ordeal here. Let's try that. So let me make sure this is working. Yay, that's working. That's all I needed to do, guys. Just win those awards, and now I'm done. I'm done. What do I need to do now? Let me get this chat moved over a little bit right here, if I can. Nope, that's not what I want to move. How's everybody doing? We got people rolling in still. There it is. Let's move this over so it's not taking up so much of the screen right here. I did not expect the second one. The first one, when it comes to, like, you know, video content creating, I'm like, so you're telling me there's a chance? I was like, maybe, but I wasn't counting on it. But then the second one surfaced. Am I too loud? It looks like I'm peaking very loud. How's that coming in for you guys? Let me turn that down just a hair, because I feel like I'm too loud. And I might be loud because I've had a few drinks. I'm rocking the Woodford right now. Brand new bottle. Turn your volume down a little bit. All right, yeah, it looked like I was peaking. Hold on, let me get it down where I'm in the yellow. Right there. That should be good. Damn. So anyways, I just wanted to do like a post TWIPY wrap up to talk to you guys out there, because I'm assuming if you're here, then more than likely you probably casted a vote for the TWIPYs that just wrapped up. They just finished, even though they started out with some technical issues, which helped because I literally got off work, ran to the liquor store, and then I came home. But they had a hiccup with their stream, so that made it to where I didn't really miss a lot of the TWIPYs. It was the puppy pushed me over the edge. Now I got a message from Chris. He's like, if you Christopher, he's like, if you win another award, then you need to show a puppy. And I was like, all right, fair enough. So since I did, I decided to show a puppy. Thank you very much, Hector. I did not expect either award entirely. I mean, first award, maybe, but the second one, no. I thought I was done, but then he was like, "Oh, stay on the call for just in case," and I'm like, man, because, like, honestly, I felt like, I'm like, no, there's people out there that do so much more and so much work. What the hell, Russell? There's so many people out there that do so much good in this hobby and industry and everything, and I just felt like it was a little bit, you know, I was like, oh, I don't feel I'm deserving of it. But that, I mean, that's just me. But thank you very much, Russell, for the $50. That is awesome. That means a lot to me right there. Bro, the gun waving sealed the deal. No other pinball content creator putting out that level of entertainment. First off, I gotta make the enhanced chat go up on top so that way people can see that. And then I need to move that evidently too. Let's do that. That's if anything else, no other pinball content creator has held up a firearm. I guess I'm the only one. Every year I'm happy to see you finally win. Thank you very much. I think this year award means definitely more than it did to me last year. Although it's still, in a way, I don't think, it's not like I'm saying it's legitimate, but I would feel better if every video content creator was eligible for it. So for instance,
give me some quarters, baby.
Straight down the middle wasn't eligible for it, and I'm like, man, I mean, so hold on, I gotta fix that too. Which one is that? Because I gotta fix that. That's like definitely way too large. No, that's what she said. alert box. Yeah, for whatever reason, that is like too large. That is like, I'll have to adjust that accordingly. So if I get another one, then I'll know for sure. Jackpot, Carry, jackpot. Thank you very much, Stringer, for the $2 right there. Russell, love what you share, which is always the best. Sad I won't see you at TPF this year due to last minute live decisions. The Franchi interview is what pushed you into the award territory. Maybe, Franchi, you were the key. That's what I needed. I think eventually, Franchi, if you're up for it, we just need to have like a sit down, just live chat. I know that you're wanting to do your side chat with individuals and everything, and you haven't done that yet. I'm assuming to various reasons, but eventually, just gotta have you come on to where we could just talk, just shoot the shit about what's going down in pinball. No like interview thing, just like, did you see this? Let's talk about this kind of thing. I think I would like that a lot more than just like, again, pointing out how awesome Franchi's art is. I know he never gets tired of hearing it, but like, Kaneda hasn't been MIA for a month. He's on. I think if you're on his Patreon, that's where you get all the updates and everything. And he's got his Saturday morning spectacular that goes on Facebook as well. I prefer to hear about my bulge. If anything, Franchi, we got to have you on so you can tell everybody the story after Pinball at the Beach that you told me if you want to. I told Carol that story because she knows about my history with stuff like that, and oh man,
Give me some quarters, baby.
there we go. That's not there. I can get that centered right about there. There we go. Bam. Thank you, Stringer. Due to your $2 donation, I was able to get that in the correct position. Yeah. Brenda had to calm Kaneda down. And evidently, I'm wondering if we're gonna get the post, like the numbers like they did before. Like, here's the percentages. This much went to this. The tallies, basically. I wonder if we're gonna get the end results on that eventually. If those are gonna get released or not. I know they used to do that. So they're basically, I'm kind of curious because they said that this is a very close one. Like, it was like 13.6 to like 13 point, like within a percent or two, within a margin of error, basically, if it was a political race. YouTube wouldn't let me type wiener. You can't type wiener, really? Best podcast award was a joke. Too bad they lose credibility. I definitely would like to see the numbers on that. Oh, he was on a Facebook Live? I was assuming he would be on, but I guess I just don't get notifications anymore. And I know he's had a few drinks, and I know once he's had a few drinks, it doesn't get pretty. It's entertaining as hell, but it sometimes can end poorly. Not on a super chat. What up, Gary? Johnny 5. Welcome to the chat, guys. I don't plan on this being like a long stream, but definitely I wanted to chit chat with you guys about what just happened on the TWIPYs, thoughts and opinions, and we can discuss accordingly. Maybe every once in a while I'll grab one of these puppies over here, and you can see one of the 4. You've already saw the Dapple if you watch the TWIPYs, and I'll grab another one over here to show you what another one looks like. It ended with him saying he was quitting podcast. No, it did. Again, if he said that, he's been drinking. If you've seen him after drinking, he says a lot of stuff. And it follows up with him usually deleting the video and having to apologize for the things he said when he drank. That's just historical data. You can't deny those are facts. Oh, I'm still getting the congratulations. But if I can get a new inbox, Toy Story 4 for 10K, should I do it? It's really haunting me. Toy Story 4? Really? I mean, if you like the game, but I'm pretty sure by now you can get it better than 10K unless you really want the new in-box experience. I haven't looked on the market recently. I'm not a fan of the game. I think if you've got 10K to spend, then you may want to hold on to it just for a little bit longer. I mean, because you've always got the option for Toy Story 4. It's always going to be there. It ain't going nowhere. Trust me, there's going to be plenty of them on the market for you to snag up or a new inbox. They got plenty sitting at the factory. But you may want to hold out. But if you don't see anything else that you got, then of course I'm going to do a little bit of a shill here for my buddies over there at Spooky Pinball for their Evil Dead. Of all the things that you get for 10K. I know how you can get with a good luck with a T-bone steak. What is it, Moxie? What is it? What is it? Oh, this is Mama. This is Mama. No, you're not licking me in the face. I know where you've been licking. This is Mama right here. Yeah. She's being a good mama. Look at those titties. Oh, man. Get over there and take care of your babies. I tried, guys. I'm holding up weapons and I'm holding up my wiener right on live stream. Expect it. Weapons and wieners live right now on Hardy Live. Oh, Francie, don't be hinting too much. Oh. I just saw Amazon never sent your 40th birthday present, giving it to you at TPF. All right. Looking forward to it, Hector. Hector, I know you have your favorite bourbon or whiskey. Are you a fan of the Woodford Reserve by chance? I forgot what it is that you had me drink last TPF last year. Because honestly, this just recently got introduced to me at Pinball at the Beach. I was having my old fashions with it, and I was like, man, I really do like that bourbon. That's really nice. I think I remember I don't remember the name, but whatever it was that you were ordering was not cheap. That's for damn sure. It was like $25 a shot or whatever it was we were drinking. It wasn't cheap. You are the high roller. You were like, we're getting the top shelf, the pinnacle of whatever. It's got sprinkled of unicorn dust in it or something. But definitely for any of those of you out there that were involved in the TWIPYs that are watching right now, in creating it, producing it, well done. I know you had a rough start with some technical issues right there, but the second or third stream that you started it up, it was little hiccups every once in a while, including the one that I was in, but by all means, that's the joy of doing live shows, is that there's so much room for error. Yeah, if you can have a live stream without a single hiccup, then holy shit. Those Pinball at the Beach banana daiquiris. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Pinball at the Beach, honestly. Still no confirmation if we are getting another one, but I have been informed that if we do get another one, then I will be one of the few that is told first to let everybody else know. It's a show that I cannot recommend enough because it's not just pinball. It's like, yeah, you got the pinball aspect, but you also have the ability to just go to the bar and it's like outside and it's just the beach and everything. I can't promote it enough, honestly, so far. It was just a really nice overall experience. And I'm still undecided on Expo at this point, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. One day tickets, please. You're not going to get it, Chris. Sorry. That's one of the shticks with the Pinball at the Beach is that it's a weekend experience, and that weeds out the crowds of people that only want to spend a little bit of money. And I know it's like, well, it hurts the people that don't. It's like basically, you know, a pinball company only making LEs or something like that. There's a reason why they had the LE tier and they had the lower tiers, and there's only so many of the LE tiers kind of thing. And I'm guessing they're going for the VIP experience. If you're willing to spend the money to do the whole weekend of pinball at the beach, then that's the demographic that they're aiming for. Yeah, and trust me, after getting the bill for the pinball at the beach for the hotel and everything, I was a buddy of mine who went there with me. And they asked me too when I was checking in, like, "Oh, would you like to upgrade your room?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine where it's at." And I'm guessing when they asked him the same question, whenever he got in, he got upgraded to his next room, and he told me what his bill was, and I was like, "Ah, that's not what I was getting charged per night." And yeah, I was like, "Did you do the whole upgrade thing?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, there's your problem." I was like, "A base room was fine for me. I literally just used my room to sleep in. There's no last call. It's 24 hours all weekend, no lines." Yeah. That's the thing with that I like the pinball at the beach also is that, you know, you had all the new games and the lines were almost non-existent. I'm like, you had maybe one or two people in front of you, but like TPF more than likely is going to be packed, you know, so everybody's going to be on the new games. Everybody's going to want to get on Evil Dead. I think they're bringing, I think it's 8. And I'm wondering if all 8 of them are called for. I know at least 2 of them are for sure that I know of. But if you're interested in getting an Evil Dead and you don't want to wait in line, I highly recommend that you reach out to Spooky Pinball to see if you could snag one of the demo games that they're going to have there. Plus, it's a little bit cheaper, and you get it before a lot of other people. And you're going to know that the game works great because it's going to be getting beat on all weekend. And if it survives a weekend at TPF and it's still rocking and rolling, you're not going to have a problem at your house. You shouldn't. But from what I'm reading online so far, it looks like that Evil Dead is holding up great on location. So it's awesome. Balls of Steel, thank you very much. Cuddling with the TWIPY Award winner. You could be cuddling with me. No, but I believe, Franchi, I'm not sure if it's been told to you yet, but evidently I will be in the spooky seminar again, same as last year. So I would like for us to like do something else than just like a back and forth, like an interview style type of thing, though. If you could start putting some things together, if you've got some like rough drafts of how you started or whatever, the whole Evil Dead thing. I think a lot of people like to see how things develop over time and seeing behind the curtain, if you will. And this is what I wanted last year when it came to TCM and Looting Tunes, is that I was hoping that Bug would like present us with like, hey, this is how the game started out. This is how we worked our way to what you see the final product. It's kind of interesting to see how things evolve through the whole process of making a machine. And so if you have like a process, Franchi, or whatever, you know, yeah, the making of kind of thing. I think a lot of people like to see behind the curtain on how things evolve, and especially when it comes to art kind of thing. It'd be kind of interesting actually if you could like do like a time lapse if you would record something, basically how you kind of like do your craft. That would be cool. I mean, but I don't know. That's just, you know, me spitballing right there kind of thing. I know that requires, you know, some effort and work to put in for that. Paint by numbers with Carrie and Chris. Yes. That's something else is that this will be the first year at TPF. We got Ben here, Bassinger on there. Um, Ben, I'm going to assume you're bringing Future Spa as a. You're hoping to win an award for that one at TPF. This will be the first year at TPF and what, maybe a decade that I'm not trying to win an award on. I could have started my Swords of Fury, but I'd be rushing through it because I would be starting it so late, and I don't want to rush that one. I want to take my time on that one. But I'm hoping to sell a couple of games because I need to make room for some upcoming new games. But thank you very much for the congratulations on the award and everything, guys. I really appreciate all the votes. I think it means more to me because I didn't ask for them. Also, it was one of those where I was just like, yeah, the TWIPYs are happening. But I think it's also a purposeful thing on me. I didn't want to be like, oh, people voted for me because I reminded them to vote or to think of me when they're voting. They did that on their own accord. So that for me, that means more now. Gotta make room for that Barry O. Oh man. Now I've been getting messages from people in the industry as well. It's nice, including people from manufacturers and everything. So it's always nice, like telling me to keep bringing the heat, and I'm like always. Yes. Also, here's a little information, even for people that are in the chat and everything. I'm talking with someone right now. He's a Patreon supporter, but he's got an up and coming business. But I may hopefully be able to be bringing like some stuff to TPF, like bottle openers or whatever stuff like that. That's a hope. No promises at this point, but cogs are starting to turn to where hopefully I'll be able to have like a bag or something of things like that that I can hand out to people. The breed of the puppies, they are full purebred AKC certified mini dachshunds. Hold on, I gotta respond to Hector here real quick. He told me to send him a picture of my junk. So let me do that real quick. No. He's like, I gotta see it. I'm like, all right. If you gotta see it. Congratulations again. I hope next year Kaneda, Todd, and Christopher Franchi win one of no more TWIPYs. You deserve it, guys. Hugs for all. To increase chances of Todd Tucky getting indoor drone for this year to increase chances of another TWIPY. Yeah. Speaking of drones, it's like that's one of the reasons why I think that I'm seeing my chat starting to go off screen over here. So let me fix that. But that's again one of the reasons I'm able to do what I'm doing. Is that I've got like my whole big old case right here of my drone stuff, and it's due to my patrons out there that provide me the ability to buy this equipment, so I can get the particular shots that I want to get. And hoping here in the next couple of weeks, I'll be paying a visit to Barrels of Fun. We'll see how that goes. Be happy with the GI Jane as long as it's messed up like Transformers was. Todd is a god with the glass off. So, do you prefer Titan pinball rubbers over regular rubbers? Yes, I do. And that's unbiased, honestly. Even though I do know Eric, he is a friend of mine. Full disclosure, I was buying Titan rubbers before he bought the company. So it's not like, oh, he's my friend. Like, it's like, no, I've used their product before he bought the company, and I've continued to do so. Thank you, Penrex, for the comment about the drone footage. Thank you. It's I'm still wanting to get better at it, perfecting the craft of it. It's just that right now, due to the weather being so crappy, it's hard for me to do that because it's so cold outside, and it's just not fun. Oh, Hector, did you tell me what was it that we were drinking at TPF last year that you got me a glass of that was so expensive? What was that? Texas cold is 63, guys. Yes, and it's sad, but once it drops below 60, I do start complaining. That is definitely true. Out of my current lineup, which is the most bolted to the floor? I would have to probably say World Cup Soccer. If I threatened to sell World Cup Soccer, my kids and wife would have a full conniption fit. I know that Totan is right up there with it. Blanton's? Okay. Yeah, you were, high roller. I don't think I could hang with Hector on that. What was I drinking at Expo last year? I don't know. I was drinking different stuff at the bar, or I think I was just drinking some random beers every once in a while. I think I had an old fashioned, but now when I'm having my old fashions, I'm going towards Woodford. That's for damn sure. Do you have pin sound in any of your current games? Yes, I've got pin sound in Last Action Hero, in The Getaway, and that's it, actually. And for those that don't know, only my patrons know this. I've currently got a Circus Voltaire. I'm just borrowing it. I'm as a temporary borrow. It was supposed to be a trade. Temporary trade at that. But it's like, hey, come and get it. I'm about to go on a cruise. I don't need your game right now, kind of thing. So I was like, oh, cool. What's going on, Spooky Luke? Someone had $10,000 to spare on a Toy Story 4, Luke, and I told them that they should probably get the Evil Dead instead. What kind of rubbers were used in Florida? What are we talking about? Like pinball rubbers or like, you know. Congrats, dude. I'm honored to have sat by your side in the autograph session. I have truly sat amongst the legends. Oh, and I've got that right here too. For those that didn't get to see it in my previous video, let me move it over here, right about there. This one, you talk about feeling awkward. That was awkward. It's like, hey, Carrie wants you to come to the autograph signing. I'm like, okay, sure, yeah. And sit down with all these people. I'm like, I don't think I should sit down with all these people. That would just, I don't know. I feel definitely just like I don't belong type of thing, you know? Because my assumption to the people that don't know, and when I go to these shows and I meet people from certain manufacturers, certain designers, artists, whatever, my immediate inside feeling is that the people don't like me. And I don't know how to explain that. So it's just like, that's just my inside thoughts. It's like my already assumption is that these particular individuals don't like me. And that's partially because I'm easy to not like. If you just look at me, then you're like, yeah, this is the kind of person I want to punch in the face. I'm sure there's plenty of people in the chat right now that are just like, yeah, you've got a pretty punchable face. But I would like to hope that it's once you have a conversation with me and we talk, discuss pinball, make out, whatever, then you're like, okay, he's not that bad. I just need to smile more. Okay, that is a problem. I do have resting bitch face, without a doubt. I tell people that's the main reason why I was able to snag my wife, is because that she was forced to be in a class with me in college, kind of thing. So she had no choice but to like go, okay, he's not that bad. Jokes aside, man, you don't deserve it, but you do. The lady next to you. Oh, that was Morgan. No, I don't think it was either that she didn't want to. Well, she may not have. You know, a lot of people don't like to be on camera. And speaking of which, being on camera, this coming Monday, my top tier Patreon, we have a monthly get together, and it's on like Google Meets and everything, and we just have a chit chat about what's going on in the industry, a little bit behind the scenes stuff that I'm able to talk about, but I'm not telling everybody everything, Chris. Don't think that I am, frankly, I'm not. But well, we talked about a number of things, and I think that this coming Monday, I'm wanting to do at least the first hour of it public on YouTube, and then the second hour will continue behind the paywall. But I wanted to have the ability to just kind of like have our usual chat, but be able to go back and forth with you out there in the public as well. And maybe you might go, you know what, these guys, maybe I want to chill with them too, and you decide to join in, kind of thing. That's in the air, not concrete. But I know there's definitely people that don't like to be on camera. And even in the Patreon chat type of thing on video, they still don't activate their camera. Some of them just don't like to be seen. That's just how people are. All right, so let me show you another wiener. Hold on. Oh man, they are sleeping, and Mama does not like this. Let me get over here. What you doing? Yeah. Their eyes opened actually yesterday. So they can kind of see what's going on. Isn't that right? But that's another one right there. Every time I touch one of those puppies, the mama Moxie, she's looking at me like, "What are you doing? What are you doing with my baby?" We put them in here because we're able to seclude the room off, and it's just the way things work out every time. It's like this room is where we keep the puppies. That is not the only thing the only thing that Kerry Hardy dislikes is the John Wick pinball machines, his guns not being in the game. No, that is not the only thing. There's a lot of things in this industry that I don't like, but I think that's just the most I've just blown things way out of proportion. But guys, I mean, how do we feel about the TWIPYs? How do things go? I mean, if you have you watched them, and for those that didn't watch it, they definitely did things a lot different than we're used to in the past. Like this time, they actually separated industry awards to the content creator awards. Like it was a 50-50 split. Basically, the last 15 or 20 minutes was the content creation portion of it. Mad Carey was the best. In a way, and it's one of those things I think, and I was even like, I think it was mentioned a couple of times because the John Wick topper got released, as most of you already know. And it was one of those where I think some people were expecting me to do some kind of video on it. And honestly, I don't think the topper's that bad. Is it overpriced? Yes. Oh, yeah. There's no question. And especially if you compare it to what you get from Spooky with their toppers. It's like, yeah, okay. Something's wrong here. But is it really wrong if they keep selling them? It's like, if I knew that I could, like, pee in a jar and sell it for $100 a pop, would I stop? It's like, no. If they keep selling them, they're gonna keep making them. So it's like I'm kind of like numb to what they do with their topper pricing now. I'm just like, yeah. And the topper itself, just aesthetically, it's like it's mid. It's like, okay. It's not so bad to where I'm like, oh, what? This looks horrible, kind of thing. I'm like, okay, it's got a little bit of movement. It comes with some modes. Yeah, you've got the name John Wick on there, and John Wick's a little bit lower on there, but it's mid. But it's not like, ugly or just horrible. It's like, could they have done better? Oh yeah. But do they have to? What alcohol content is your pee in the jar? Going on, Rail Off-Roader 2? Welcome to the show. There's Paul. Where the hell have you been, Paul? I haven't heard hide nor hair from you. Oh, and I gotta get some super glue. And just so you know, it's not super glue. It's just so that I can actually breathe. It's my nasal spray. I didn't think I was either, Paul. But after I was, there's a part of me that was going to go live during the TWIPYs, and I was like, no, I don't want to potentially take away from their viewership. And I knew at one point I might possibly have to call in. So I was like, well, that may interfere with my cameras, with the stream and everything. So I was like, I'll I don't need to stream kind of thing. And so once it wrapped up and they were done, and especially since I won 2 damn awards, I was like, all right, let's chit chat for a bit, guys. I know a lot of people are gone to bed by now, but I think we're going to pour a little bit more in here. What I'd like to do in the future also to make it these streams more interactive and I spilled some. Don't waste a drop. But I'd like to do in the future to make it entertaining and more interacting is whether it be a drinking game of some sorts. So or something of that nature, to make it a little more interactive. Because this is why I do this, is to go back and forth. And that's why I'm looking forward to the next LE meetup, is that I'm going to have people also on here to go back and forth with on here. For me, this is much more fun to just talk with you guys back and forth than to record a video and edit it and then put it together. And my headphones just died. Okay, that's fine. I don't need them anyways. Why am I wearing them? Oh, that actually feels a lot better. I got a few more beers left. Poor man's beat you to the drinking game. What happened to poor man's? I haven't, or at least Drew and Ian. I guess I gotta hit them up and be like, what do y'all got? What are you guys doing? Prefer the Titan pinball rubbers for a 4K UHD look. But for those that are also in here that were involved in the TWIPYs when it comes to being an award winner or even a nominee, first of all, thank you for, creating something that makes people happy, whether it be a part of their game, a mod, or the game in general. There were some awards that I'm like, I kind of disagree with the decision on that, but it's voted by the people. So it's like the majority of the people voted for this. It's like, okay, well, that is what it is. I mean, do I think that Jaws should win best animations? I'm not saying they're bad, but when I saw Metallica, I was like, that's their best yet. That's my opinion. I was like, Metallica looks damn good. I was like, that's the best that they've done. Yeah, there was a lot of tech issues, but I think the last hour definitely, I think, was pretty much rock solid when it came to technical issues. Like Jaws kills Metallica on animations or gameplay? Or are we just talking about awards winning in general? All of it? Really? Well, yeah, having Eric Stone do the weather / location play was pretty nifty. That was awesome. I think definitely we have some closet celebrities out there that are pinball fans. and we just haven't reeled them in yet. We know we've got Robert from Robert Bare Naked Ladies. You know, he's a fan. And we know we've got Eric Stone, Weatherman. You know, that form of fashion. But we need some other celebrities out there, I think, to come out and be like, all right, guys, thought I'd let you know I'm a pinball fan, kind of thing. Like, yeah, we'll accept you. Bring it on. Ed Robertson. Why am I saying? I have had a couple of drinks, guys. Ed Robertson. But yeah. Dr. Phil and his wife play. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Jason Sudeikis and his wife. Who's that? Do I need to Google up who that is? I think I've gotten like one comment from Ed on my YouTube channel before, and it was in regards to my impressions on Rush. Sudeikis. That sounds more familiar. Really? Is Jason Sudeikis? Is he really? I don't know why I didn't recognize him, but man, that'd be pretty cool. Because as an actor and everything, especially in Ted Lasso, be kind of cool to see what kind of collection those guys have. Congrats, Carrie. Waiting on the Wick X Kit slapstick. Oh man, thank you very much. I'm not a fan of the most improved game category. We are perpetuating companies to release unfinished games. And it's like, obviously, everybody, including myself, has their opinions on this when it comes to games being released unfinished. And it's one of those things where I think all of us would love, including the manufacturers, would love to just be like, yeah, it's done, and then just release it. Sadly, with the way things are in this industry and how spoiled we've become and what we expect out of pinball machines, that's just not the case anymore. It requires a lot of effort, especially when you've only got maybe one or two people that are doing that. Yeah, you have a lot of games that at least the gameplay, and that for me, a lot of the times whenever I play a game when it's first released, I'm not focusing majorly on the code because I know that can be fixed over time. I'm focusing on how do these shots feel? Do I feel like if they improve the code, this will be better? It's like I want to know how the game shoots, how it feels when I make that particular shot. Was that did I get the kinetic satisfaction? Was that cool to see the ball do something? I want to know about the things that can't be fixed. Code, it's like, oh yeah, they can improve that over time. But how does the game shoot? That is my primary focus on that. Whenever I first play a game. So Elton CE versus Toy Story CE. Elton all day. Elton beats the crap out of Toy Story. How's Cuphead shoot? I got a ball and a half on Cuphead, and I wanted to play it more, but I had to leave and get back to the Stern for the Dungeons and Dragons tour and everything. I think I could have stuck around longer and got some more games on it. I really would have liked to, because I think from the ball and a half that I got on it, I definitely enjoyed it more than barbecue. And I think that where that game could go was going to be much better than their previous games. Stranger Things today is great game in my opinion versus X years ago at release. And I remember, and I still get crap about not hyping or talking up Stranger Things. And like, yes, when Stranger Things first released, and I played it whenever it first released, I did not like it. That is no secret. But luckily, the code improved. Now, are the shots, they're still, I don't like that far left shot that just goes to nothing. It's very reminiscent to like barbecue and a number of other games. But you just kind of go up there to that far left, and then it kind of just fires it up into the center. I don't know. That's my least favorite shot in the entire game. And then, but it got better over time. And Stranger Things is definitely one of those atmosphere-based games where if the lights are down low where you're playing, and it's all you hear is the Stranger Things theme song, dum, 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 and yeah, then it definitely takes it up a notch or two. That's the thing, is that I wonder if we're going to see a major update for Stranger Things Pinball whenever we get the final season of Stranger Things. We're going to see probably a resurgence in interest in that game for sure. Dead end shots are more boring than muted clips. Oh. So muted clips. So let's just go ahead and say that, even though it's all but confirmed at this point that another magic theme, Harry Potter. I'm kind of worried that I should not be streaming after having some drinks because I may say something that I shouldn't. But we're just gonna go with it, guys. Thank you very much. One step too far. So, let's say JJP's next game is Harry Potter. And there is mixed things going back and forth right now. On one hand, we're being told that, yeah, Harry Potter's not going to be at TPF. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They need to get more of their CEs out of their avatar. Okay. But I feel like it's also, I got to be careful. I would just say that if they were to show it off at TPF, it would be a great time for it because the theme for TPF is magic. Look at TPF's website. It's all about pinball magic. But I think in the end, it's up to them if they're going to do it. Do they need to do it? No. But will it maximize exposure and interest? Yeah. And then we also have, for those that did not notice this, let me actually go to the website. Yeah, so let me just show my main screen right here if I can. So, yeah, see how it's like the whole kind of like a magic Voltar thing. By the way, this art is done by Christopher Franchi. Yeah, arcade fortune teller. Yeah. But it's a fortune teller, so I guess it's in the realm of magic, but not entirely magic. I get it. So I'm not gonna like say like, oh, it's all about magic. No, but I definitely enjoyed this art package so much more than last year. I didn't buy a shirt at TPF last year. I was like, no, me and my friends were just like, I have no interest in that. It's like I'm not gonna buy a shirt just because it's part of a convention that I like. I want to wear a shirt that I'm just like, that looks pretty damn cool. Thankfully, they reeled in Franchi on this one, and it's like, good. Now it's a shirt that looks cool, and it's a show that I support. Ben, did you buy a TPF shirt last year? But Harry Potter, yeah, like I said yeah, like I said in a previous video, I think it was a video at least, or it might have been a podcast. Damn, I don't remember now. But I would just everybody just kind of like lower your expectations on what you're going to see from Jersey Jack. That way you can't be let down. If you start thinking it's going to have this, and this is going to be moving, this is going to have all these, it's going to have all the movies and all these assets, and you're going to be disappointed. Lower it down a couple of notches. That way, at least you can be like, okay, it's kind of what I was expecting. Being offered a Jaws, where did my chat go? Being offered a Jaws new in box for my Mint CV. Help me decide. Hector, from me having a Circus Voltaire here at the house, my kids love the game. I've been playing it a lot, which I have not ever done before. But since I put a lot of games on that, I would choose the Jaws LE over the Circus Voltaire. Circus Voltaire is, although very beautiful, but you're not going to get the experience and the amount of code and everything that you're going to get on Jaws LE. Don't be wrong. Circus Voltaire is a beautiful friggin' game, and it's fun. But even me, after a while, I'm like, oh my god, if I have to do this particular mode one more damn time, copycat mode. Oh, here we go. I mean, some of the modes got pretty repetitive, where I was like, okay, I need to take a break because I'm just kind of like annoyed at it, kind of thing. But you know, I still go back to it and want to play it more, but. Gary, is Plano close to Frisco? It's not too far. I'd say it's probably about 20 to 30 minutes away. Carrie, would you want to own a ticket redemption game in the future? Why would I put a ticket redemption game? If I was to get any type of ticket redemption game, it would probably be a damn coin pusher because my wife loves the coin pusher games when we go to the family center over here. She plays that Willy Wonka quarter pusher game. I don't even want to know how much money she spent on that damn thing. Man, I hate to see, you lose a pretty game like Circus Voltaire, but Rexer, Carrie, what I missed the Twippies. I'm way behind on the news, says Rexer. Rexer, pretty good show overall. Some little technical issues here and there, but when it comes to at least just on me, I won. What was it? I guess I hate to use the word best, but favorite. They kept using the word best, and I guess it's a lot of people prefer favorite. Favorite, I guess, video creator. I won that award, and I also won the damn overall content creator award, whatever it was. I don't know exactly. I was not expecting him, so I did win 2 awards. I'm disappointed you didn't end your acceptance speech with jackpot, Carrie. Jackpot. Ugh. Yeah, that was one thing I definitely had to get off this chat because it started getting spammed with jackpots, and after a while, I get tired of hearing myself. I'd trade CV for an Evil Dead. Yeah. Both beautiful. Big Bass Wheel before? That doesn't sound familiar to me at all. A lot of hate for Canada Cliff. Did I miss something? This is one of the things that I think even on his stream the week before on his Saturday morning, I asked because, even he himself was stating that he wasn't confirmed. He's like, I don't know. I may win it. I may not. He wasn't like, I've got this in the bag type of thing. He was kind of like, I might win. I might not. And I remember I asked him on the chat, I was like, will there be a peaceful transfer of power if you don't win, So, but I don't know. Evidently, he went live on Facebook earlier. I don't know what all was said or done. I didn't watch it. If he doesn't delete the video between now and then, I'll be sure to watch it to see how things went. I don't know what was said or done. That sounded like Herbert from Family Guy. That was kind of the motif that I was kind of going for. Got some popsicles in the basement. Mm-hmm. Nice, 2 more than I expected you to win. Yeah, I'm right there with you. What's the next P3 in Barrel's rumor? Okay, the next P3 is rumored to be Portal. And honestly, I'm a big fan of the game, Portal and Portal 2. Loved them. That's actually the first cooperative game that me and the wife played. But love it. I just don't know how they're going to implement it into a pinball machine. I know there's like a digital version of it that looks pretty cool, but it's digital. I just don't know how, if that is their next title, it's going to be implemented. And as far as barrels, I don't know. I haven't signed anything yet, but the current rumor is that it's G.I. Joe. The cake is a lie. One step too far. That's a clue that that person's also a Portal fan. Aperture Science. I know the whole song. I know all the words. That's how bad I'm into that game, guys. Spooky's next theme is I like turtles. Spooky needs to make Chucky or Child's Play, please. I think you guys are in for a treat of what Spooky has in store for you. I'm happy for him. I'm so glad that things are going so great for them when it comes to, especially with Evil Dead, because that gives me hopes for what's coming in the future. Not only is it themes that I love, but if the QC issues have been resolved from their previous games and everything, maybe it took them a decade, but damn it, now they got it. Now they know how to build a pinball machine. Gary, what's your favorite pinball factory that you've visited? I mean, favorite? I haven't visited all of them yet. There's still some that I need to visit. I hope to visit Barrels here pretty soon. I saw a little bit of the footage from Don's Pinball podcast today when he was live there. That looks like it's a pretty interesting place. I think every factory has their own quirk and quality to them, because there's going to be they're different sizes. Not all of them can have everything that like places like Stern has. I don't know if I'll ever visit Jersey Jack, because I think that's a relationship that I've probably just scorched earthed kind of thing. You know, you post one Hitler meme and evidently it's you're dead. Like, and for the people that are on my Patreon know that video, but I had to remove it after Toy Story 4. I thought it was funny, but evidently still too soon. Gonna make to move bed, gonna snuggle, and with my sick Barlow, that means I can't type, so I'll be watching. Good night, all. Have a rad weekend. Thanks, Franchi, for joining us. Turner's boards under the playfield are amazing. I am starting to slur my words. That's not good. Gotta run. Congrats on your Pinball Machine Games Awards. I'm a big fan. Love you long time. All right, Ben, thank you very much for joining. We are creeping up on 1 hour on this, and I think that's probably long enough. I mean, we could keep going. I mean, I've got nothing else going on. I've just got the bourbon. So, I mean, we could go on longer. No other plans. We could just keep going until I get to the point to where I really start slurring, then that's not going to be good. I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm going to need to find something to eat in the kitchen after this. What award did David Fix win? I'm still wondering if if American Pinball is going to come after David for the things that he said. They probably won't. They probably just want to be like, whatever, we'll just move on. Can we get a tour of your pins? There used to be a way where I could basically have a camera, but where I'm not going to do it tonight. That would require like mental abilities that I don't have right now for sure. No Chipotle. I did have some for lunch today. Made a trip to Chipotle for lunch at work. Congrats on your TWIPYs. Have to get up for work in a few hours. Al, I hope you have a good day tomorrow there. He had 7 pins. Has 7 pins. No, I've actually got more. I've got 3 just over here in the nook of the kitchen. Later, Hector. Deep Root Factory. Not that. Oh. Man. I think the most unforgettable factory tour would be Deep Root. That's for damn sure. They had the most amazing production line. As long as you just, imagined it, because that's what you had to do. Whenever Robert walks you into an empty room and he's like, imagine we're going to have workbenches here. We're going to have assembly workers here. We're going to have the bins right here. And I still remember today, me and Colin McAlpine were like next to each other and we're having to wear masks because it was during COVID. But I remember when he walked in there and there was no production line and he's like, imagine. Me and Colin like turned and looked at each other and we're just like, I realize I've been talking to this camera and you guys are over here. No, I don't have work in the morning, Hector. No, I'm today was my Friday. Imagine a world with no jackpots. But yeah. Once I saw their imaginary production line, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I was like, no. I already had bad vibes from, early on. But that was the capstone. That's where I was like, yep, nope. Red flags just fucking dropped out of the air. Just I was like, imagine. No. Everyone close your eyes as we walk through. Hold hands. Imagine. Use your imagination. That whole imagination with the SpongeBob. What would be your next pin to replace if you ran out of room? I'm currently out of room. That's why I'm looking to sell a couple of pins. I'm wanting to sell my Earthshaker that some of you may have seen at Texas Pinball Festival last year. I was going to sell it last year, but the market started to take like a big, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to get what I would like to get for it, kind of what I need to get for it. So I'm going to try this year and we'll see where it goes. But if you want first dibs on Earthshaker, then feel free to reach out to me about it. It's got new everything. It's basically a brand new damn machine. And the other one is Last Action Hero. And I've had that one the longest. I've had that game since 2000 and I've had it over a decade. That's the game that I've had the longest as my Arnold. No, the JJP/Hitler video is not up. It's only up for my patrons. I would hate to see Last Action Hero leave the lineup. It's kind of a staple in the house at this point, but I need the room to bring in potential games. But the games that I'm looking, those are the 2 games I'm bringing to TPF. I've got them registered now. was Earthshaker and Last Action Hero. Both of them will be up for grabs. We'll see what the market will allow. But it depends on what games come out first. But I would like to get a Medieval Madness remake. But it's CGC, so who knows? And then we got, I don't know what's coming from Barrels yet. Don't know if I will know. I don't want to assume that I will know. Got to be up in 5 hours for work. Gonna miss annoying you briefly at TPF this year. Congrats again to you and much love for your wieners. Thank you very much, Russell, for the $50 earlier. And thank you very much for tuning in and obviously the support. It means a lot to me, man. Well, at least you have 3 years before you need to sell it. When it comes to CGC, maybe. But I think when it comes to the older Bally Williams style of game, I think as much as I would love to have a Circus Voltaire for the kids, I really think that they would enjoy a Medieval Madness. That would be a game that they would enjoy and I would enjoy to continuously play. Carrie, it's been a good being on the live stream. I hope you have a good night. Thank you very much. What are those speaker lights on JP and food? Those are super cool. All right, so on Jurassic Park, I've got the speaker light kits from speakerlightkits.com. And these are Pen Vision from Pen Sound. I don't know if the code that I've got for Pen Vision is the same code that's available on their website, honestly. Because I have not done a video on Pen Vision for a couple of reasons. And and it's one of those where for my patrons are well aware of this, but it's one of those where when a product gets sent to me, the creator or the maker of the product, if it gets sent to me, if it's like, hey, this is a gift, then they get the final say on the videos that I make or things that I say, kind of thing. So I mean, like, okay, but if I buy it, I'll say what the fuck I want. Like, I bought it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, kind of thing. But if it's a gift kind of thing, then it's like, all right, well, but it looks cool. I'm not gonna deny that Pen Vision looks cool. Look at it. It looks cool. I would just like more from it, especially for the price tag. Wish modern games had amazing callouts as the one from Bally, like the CV ones. How hard is it to understand? They are so basic. I think you talk about games that nailed callouts. It was probably Alice, right? They nailed it. You'll never get a jackpot like that from any other game. Who else is quoting a jackpot callout from a game? Nobody. Everyone's talking about that jackpot from Alice. Is Jurassic your favorite Elwyn game? No. It is not. It's just a damn good game. And my daughter Charlotte loves it. Mainly because it's Jurassic Park. I would like to get a couple of other Elwyn games in here, honestly. I wouldn't mind having an Iron Maiden. Don't care much for the band, but damn it, I like that game. AIQ, don't know how to play it, but damn it, I love playing it. It's like, I don't care about the rules so much, but I just love how the shots feel. Then you have Jaws, which I need to get more time on. Enjoy playing it. Godzilla, it's an obvious, like, yeah, that's an awesome game. I just don't need to get it when I've got a friend that lives here in town that's got a premium. And then you had Bond 60th that it sucks that that game was a limited release. Because there's so many people out there that just won't get a chance to experience that game. Sound packages general is so underrated. David Thiel has to come back to JJP. That's the hard part about, audio in pinball machines, especially when they get released at shows, is that you don't really get to fully experience it. Because audio is a big deal for me too. It sucks more if you bought it for $20K. Yeah. No doubt, Pinball Monk. I was like, because now I'm pretty sure you could get one for at least, 3/4 of that. I don't know what they're going for right now, but shoot's great. Just sucks that it's so damn expensive. $12K, no problem. Yeah, well, basically the price is cut in half since ever the game first launched. I don't know if I'd pay $12K for it though. So not that inaccessible, yeah. Stringer almost spit out my damn bourbon. I would have been pissed. I don't need to sell anything to get the Wonderland. A part of me just might buy it just so I can get one, do some content on it, and I don't know, like get some tannerite and then like shoot it from a distance and make it blow up or something. That'd be might interesting. Am I slurring too much now, guys? I'm kind of worried now. I know, Pinball Monk. So, Monk, now that I got you on here, so are you going to be losing some business with the Spike 3 because their power supplies don't sound like a Harrier jet taking off? I mean, he's like, maybe. I was like, you would think when the community, not just me, but when the community is just like, oh my God, why is that damn fan so loud? That they would be like, all right, guys, let's spend the extra couple of bucks and let's get a fan that doesn't sound like a damn Harrier jet taking off. Venom Topper was the star of the night after Carrie. Did we have a Venom Topper? So if it's a hot environment, it's still very loud. Yeah, just so you guys know, if I didn't have the Pinmonk fans going right now, you'd hear the...
Give me some quarters, baby.
Thank you very much, Cause, for the 99 cents. Much appreciated. It still cracks me up is that I'll watch videos from straight down the middle, and Greg's games back there, you can hear they still have that damn fan. I'm like, come on, guys. At full speed is just as loud as the old one. Damn. All of the manufacturers need to use what Turner is using. See, here's the thing. After talking to Chris at Turner Pinball about his whole system and everything, his boards and everything, that patent, he can license that if other manufacturers wanted to use it. He's willing to do that. So if for whatever reason somebody was like, hey, we'd like to try that out, he's willing to do that. That's what he told me at when I visited, kind of thing. Their board system looks pretty cool. I mean, we'll see how it does down the road, but as of right now, it's like that's pretty damn awesome. especially when it comes to if you have to replace a coil, how easy it is to do it. But just the simplicity underneath the playfield in general. I mean, I want to see what they're working on their next title. They're at the 50% mark now with their 100 Ninja Eclipses. I'm kind of curious to see what their next title would be. He's like, simplicity? Well, I mean, if you look at like the way wiring is in general underneath a typical pinball machine, even Stern, all the wires, and then you look at what they've got going on. But Monk, have you seen Simple Jack as their new spokesman? I mean, Pinball Monk, have you seen my Turner Pinball tour where they shows underneath the playfield? I'm curious. I'm interested, kind of thing. So he's like, but not the paying rapt attention. I'm not sure if that was a typo or I'm just not reading that correctly, but not paying rapt attention. I was only casually watching. Okay. Well, fast forward to where he goes underneath the playfield. Check it out. I'd like to hear your feedback, honestly, because it just simplicity of the matter. It looks like someone who isn't knowledgeable in assembling a pinball machine would be able to assemble one, because the boards that they have on there basically are clearly labeled. It's almost like Gottlieb, but improved on that matter of where things go and the switches and the coils and everything. So AP proof? American Pinball proof? Is that what you're saying? It's like his own board setup kind of thing. I haven't seen it before. Yes, even someone off the street can assemble kind of thing. This, if you look at it, you're like, it would be very difficult to wire or put this together wrong, kind of thing. AP proof. Even, yeah, LEDs are built into the board. It's very clean, very clean. It was very different, but they made it more like a Stern, but the playfield lift is sick. It's like, so when you've got Turner that, I want to try to relax a little bit here. It's like, I kind of wonder what kind of theme that they should go for when they're only doing like, small numbers, like maybe 1 or 200. Their first, what's going on? I'm going to assume this is Josh. Josh, just so you know, I've had a little bit to drink, so I'm slurring a little bit. But I'm not like, going on a rampage or anything. I'm also showing my wiener to everybody. My dachshund wiener. You should show the exclusive behind the scenes video of the American Pinball Factory I sent you. Did you know that Spooky had Zen cooling on all their pins at Pinball at the Beach? Indisc was all cooled with Zens this year too. No fade for either. Ah, I do now. That's why we were seeing flipper fade on games like Road Trip, but we weren't seeing flipper fade on games like Evil Dead. Oh man, I wonder why they didn't respond. Maybe they were just busy. I don't know, but I bet they're regretting it now because a lot of people thought that you couldn't hit the ramps after a while on that game. I know I could when I played it, but it was also early in the day. Yeah. I'm not here to defend them. I'm just like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, If I was them, I'd be like, yeah, just to cover all our bases, we want to make sure that all the flipper coils are going to be doing their job. Let's see here. That's what I was going to show you. I was like, why am I looking at the Texas Pinball Festival show? Hold on. So this was something else I pointed out to my patrons. Everyone was wondering if we were going to be seeing a new game from whether it be JJP or Barrels of Fun. And I thought this was interesting because I registered my 2 games and I scrolled through the games list on TPF. And I was like, I wonder. And if you look on TPF, Barrels of Fun is bringing 5 games. The year is question marked, and the name of the game is to be announced. So I thought that was interesting. It's like, I don't even think they've got Labyrinth listed on here. Let's do a control find for Labyrinth. I don't even see a Labyrinth listed on here. It doesn't look like anybody's bringing a Labyrinth. That just means they aren't coming. No, Barrels is coming. They're not going to miss this show. They are fellow Texans. They may have the accent of an Aussie, but they are Texan. Hector, I can't chat with you too much right now if you're on the stream right now. I'll when I get off stream, I'll get back with you, but I can't just dedicate me chatting with you on my phone. Let's see here. Let me bring up that chat again right here. Oh. I don't know why Expo, TPF, etc. don't have Fastpass systems for the hot games so you aren't stuck in the line for an hour. I mean, how do you think that would work? I know I get it to the point where I've been to like Busch Gardens, I've been to Disney and then like Six Flags and everything where you have the ability to have some kind of special bracelet that allows you to cut in line. But I think that would piss a lot of people off that are waiting in line. That like, oh, these guys paid a little more, they get to cut in line in front of you because you know you're anticipating to play it. God, this isn't a cut in line. Then what would it be? What do you mean the bracelet thing? A game so you aren't stuck in a line for an hour waiting to play? Like maybe like a special room or an appointment time. I wonder like if they could do like a well, there is the after party thing, but I think it's only for the exhibitors. But maybe they could do like some kind of I don't know. I know you could pay extra for like exhibitor passes or something to get in early or stay late, can't you? No, I will get kicked out the very first time. Yeah, if you're standing in line waiting, and then there's another line that's forming, because they get to go first because they paid a little extra at the show. You talk about pissing some people off. Because even though I'm at like waiting in line at Busch Gardens or where did we go? Universal just recently. I was like these mofos that got these fast passes, you mother truckers. I know what it is. It's their new game, Thundercats. Don't say it was me. Oh, well, I mean, you said it in the chat. I mean, I can't say that it wasn't you. I mean, it's there. What's your opinion on retheme versus restored old pins? So here's my, I guess, opinion on this. Rethemes, by all means, if you've got the ability to take a game, tear it down, but rebuild it into a theme that you really care about, and still kind of make it your own, but it's still the same design, still kudos, without a doubt. Props to you. I think the homebrew is taking off like a damn rocket. It is it's getting difficult for like game restorers like myself to bring a game to a show and be able to possibly win like the top prize for like best in show when someone put in like even more effort in a way to make their own damn game or create a theme that no one else has played but would really like to have. I want to say that happened at TPF last year. What was it that won last year best of show? Was it Saw? I know it was a homebrew. Was it Jason or like Friday the 13th? I can't remember what it was, but I know it was a homebrew that won best of show last year. And it was one of those where it's just like, okay, well, I mean, there is a separate category for an award for like, you know, best restoration, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. But the best in show award, which is like the top tier, which is the one that I've got over here on the wall for my getaway, is going to be more difficult to obtain for those people out there that have been winning it over the last decade or more by restoring a old game. You have people coming into this industry and this hobby that are taking games and stripping it and making it their own that are getting more attention kind of thing. And I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's becoming more difficult for those that just restore versus those that create or improve an old game and make it their own. Lethal Weapon 3 to an Always Sunny is the best idea ever. Are you saying you put in minimum effort? Minimum? No. But I think restoration versus creating something from nothing is definitely a lot easier. And it's like, man, it's like as much as I would love to eventually do like a retheme, I don't know if I would do a homebrew. I don't think I've got the skill level for a homebrew. But a retheme, maybe. And it would have to be something I just know that another manufacturer is not going to do because they can't due to license restrictions or something. Friday the 13th one last year. I knew it was like Saw or Friday the 13th, but it was up there. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I take my games like Earthshaker, Last Action Here, all my games or whatever, and I make them look pretty. I'm just merely improving something that someone's already done many years ago. Whereas you had those other talented individuals that have put in the effort to like create and develop their own thing out of something, and that's yeah, you put in a lot more effort than I did, kind of thing. Damn, it's so easy. Homebrew only. Someone has done it very well, I might add. You need to make a Todd Tucky homebrew pin. Todd Tucky homebrew pin. Can you imagine the call outs for that one? So many call outs. You'd have to have an old rotary phone and a cutscene where he's like dialing in the number and oh. Someone makes a double dough pizza pin. Guys, that is a story right there. So I'll try to like just make it quick, and I'm probably gonna mess up the story. But you had last year at Expo, was it Retro Ralph, Stringer Films right here? I'm guessing they ordered a pizza from what, Domino's or somewhere around there, and they got it. And they opened the box, and like Stringer was looking at it and was like, well, "What did you order?" kind of thing. Because I'm guessing it was just did not look the way a normal pizza would, but on the receipt it said double dough. He's like, "Double dough? What does it even mean?" It was bread with a little cheese. Got to do a retheme like a Michael Jackson? I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I like Michael Jackson's music and everything. Ralph isn't allowed to order anymore. I need a cheese pizza, double dough. Yeah, Trudeau would be up for that MJ pen design. That's why I was like, I don't know. That Moonwalk game was fun. Okay, we'll talk about Moonwalk for a second here. How far did you make it into the Moonwalk game? Did you make it towards the end where you're fighting those robots that look like giant genitalia? Because I remember when I got to that level, I was like, what am I playing? I was like, what is going on here? Arcade version. I don't think I ever got that far on Genesis. Arcade, you could just keep pumping in quarters. That's the only way you could beat the arcade games back in the day, which is like if you had a roll of quarters. That's how I would beat those games. It was just like, I'm getting through this damn game. I've got a roll of quarters right here. Ready to go. Oh. Pumping it in. I was thrusting those quarters into the machine. Taking another hit, guys. Some of those people are probably like, what are they talking about? So now I've got to bring it up on the YouTube for Moonwalk here. Hold on. Walker Arcade. Someone's got to have created a video just with that level. I don't know what level it is. This is gonna really throw off my YouTube algorithm, but we're gonna type in Moonwalker Arcade penis and see what we get. Let me fast forward here till we get to, I guess, these particular machines. I don't think this is it. This is not it. This stream is gonna go off the friggin' rails here. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to find it. I'm gonna have to like look it up later or something, but somewhere along the line there is these enemies that look like giant. If someone's got a link to it, by all means send it to me. But I'm not finding it right now, and I don't want to have it to where people are just watching me try to browse for a video to show these guys what I'm talking about. I'm ordering a double dough as we speak. Can't be any worse than the ads you were getting on your socials after the pen stimulator. No, I got something even worse I need to send you, Josh. I may still have a picture of it. Hold on. Let me see if I still have a picture of it. It was during the D&D. I gotta scroll back. This before Pinball at the Beach. Oh, there it is. All right. I'm gonna send you something, Josh. So, all right. No, so evidently your phone listens to you. So when D&D was coming out, evidently my phone keeps track of like things that I'm browsing for. So it combined like two different things that I like into one. So one of that was Dragon, and another portion of that was something to do with the female body. And evidently they've combined those two things into the scent of a candle. I don't know. But I was scrolling through Facebook and I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I don't know what that would smell like, but I don't think I want to smell it. Burnt tuna, maybe? Smoked tuna? Fire blazed tuna? I'm like, what is this? Yeah, the name alone was enough to where you would stop scrolling. It's like, what? You know, screw it. I'll show you. Well, it's got a naughty word. I say naughty, but so if kids are watching, you know, divert your eyes. But this was a screenshot of a candle. Maybe you can read what it might say. I can't get it to focus. It's not going to focus on it, but you might be able to make it out. But it's dragon. Who nanny? But it was a candle. A candle that's like dragon stuff. I'm like, no, thank you. But I had to screenshot it because I thought it was hilarious. I put up the link you wanted from Moonwalker. Did it automatically delete it? It probably won't let you have links in the chat. Because I didn't see it. Dragon female junk. The P word for female junk. Are you serious? Did he delete his feet? No. Did he really? Oh my God. He did, guys. Kaneda has deleted his Facebook page once again. He will be back. How many times? Someone give me a number count. How many times has he deleted his Facebook page? I'd say at least 4 or 5. Seven TWIPY, 7 deletes. The fact that anyone noticed is mission accomplished. Truer words have never been spoken right there, man. Oh, man. I'm not gonna read out what I'm reading because it's behind the paywall stuff on it. But I didn't even read all of it, but it was enough to where we'll see how things go tomorrow when he sobers up. I think words are being said, actions are being done right now, and the emotions are involved. And I think tomorrow, get some rest, sober up. We'll see how things we'll see how things pan out. So he only has a podcast for TWIPY and not because of his love for pinball. I can imagine it would have to be a little, you know, maybe I don't know. I can't say for sure because I've never experienced, you know, one a win like this before, but two, just to have it so many times in a row, and then I don't want to say it gets taken away from you, but then you no longer have it. I mean, for instance, I mean, I got the video streaming or whatever award, and I think that's been like Jack Danger's thing like for so many years, and he sent me, you know, a well done message and stuff like that. It was one of those where it's like, hey, good job, man, or and stuff like that. Now, But this is also why whenever he was talking about how he wasn't sure if he was going to win or not, if I was like, will there be a peaceful transfer of power? Because there's a part of me that's like, oh, he'll be like, congratulations, you put in the work and the effort. But there's the other part of me that's like, he's going to be drinking, and I don't see that going well, kind of thing. So, quit winning so much. Well, there's a TWIPY for most deleted Facebook page. Okay. Tighter than Dragon Puss, yeah. Well, he'll be back. I'm sure it's a lot of emotions are going on, and like I said, once he's been drinking, you never know what's gonna happen, kind of thing. So he'll sleep it off. He'll wake up, and I'm sure there'll be a podcast when I wake up. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know if I should pour more in this glass or not. I don't think I should, because I haven't had anything to eat since lunch. Kaneda's the only person I know who cancels himself. Yeah. Oh, man. Damn, guys, we're going on like an almost 2 hours right now of just shooting the shit. Enjoy your other shows. I'm out. Oh, wow. I'd watch a Kaneda lie detector segment. Go to bed, Carrie, with write-in questions. Oh. But I think I am going to wrap this up, guys. It is getting late, and I know a lot of people are probably staying up late for this or going to sleep to it or whatever. But again, one, obviously, thank you for all of those. Okay, one more puppy, and then we're going to wrap this show up. I know it. I know it. I've got your puppy. I've got your puppy, and you're just not happy right now. You're like, what are you doing with him? What are you doing with her? This is actually one of the females. This is the chocolate. Yeah. And get over here where you can see your little tail. Yeah. She's like, what are you doing out there in YouTube land? I'm a little over 2 weeks old right now. I know it. Little bitty wiener. But yeah, that's the chocolate. He's probably going to be a long-haired. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay, all right. All right, hold on. Go on. She wasn't happy about that. Mama's like, what did you do? She is going after her wiener right now. Oh, it's going to be the smallest chocolate wiener. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Just want to say thank you to all of you out there that voted for me, and also definitely a special thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I feel like I'm repeating my acceptance speech, but thank you to everybody that's sticking around post TWIPY to shoot the shit, talk about a little bit of pinball and everything. Coming up on Monday night, I'll be having my LE meetup stream for about an hour-long show, and we can talk about what's going on in the hobby at that point in time. But have a good night. Love you all a long time, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.